Hello everyone. Well, a while back I did a video about decluttering. I think it was just the storage shed. Well, it's been a couple of years since now, and both the tough shed and the storage shed need some declutter and reorganization. And there's a reason. I'll get into that in a moment. But I'm going to start out by showing you the before. So here's the before for the tough shed. The light is good enough because it's a gray, dreary day. Right now there's no sun. But I actually, look at, here I am in that window. Hello. Anybody, we're trying to sell this storm door and these windows on Craigslist. Anybody interested? Okay, well, I mean, that's part of the thing, right? It needs to be decluttered. We need to get those out of there. This lumber Jerry's going to be using for a project pretty soon, so that's not a big deal. But I actually did, I'll quickly pan the tough shit. I actually did do some serious reorganization in here recently, because I wanted to look more like a tiny house than a shed. I wanted big open space here, number one, so we have a place to cure our sweet potatoes every November. And also, I love to dance for my exercise, and there hasn't been, in our house, it's a hard tile floor. It's really hard on my knees and my lower back to dance on the floor. This is wood underneath this linoleum, so yeah, I also wanted to use it as a studio for writing and even video making. So I want to make it look nicer, less like a shed. So I have moved things around. There didn't used to be this much open space here. Over here by the ladder, there used to be a big cardboard box of Benjamin's outdoor toys. So this wagon was a lot closer, and there were jars covering all these shelves. I have boxed all the jars that were in here. As you see now, I've cluttered it up with indoor gardening stuff. That needs to go. But it is a lot better than it was. But I want you to see the current before and how I'm going to change it up. I doubt I'm going to be moving this furniture over here. I'm not planning on moving any of this furniture. It's more of decluttering I need to do. These are items that are going to the Goodwill, all of this stuff here. These are pillows that are supposed to actually be on this platform, so it can be like a couch. This is where our bathroom used to be when we lived in this tough shed, and this was a shower curtain here. This is the shower curtain that was hanging up. See those hooks? There's a curtain rod going across there with the shower curtain. Yeah, that was our bathroom. It was real nice when someone went number two, you can imagine. So we gave the compost toilet away to our neighbor who wanted a better, a hinged lid than what he had with his compost toilet. And so I was able to get a bunch of stuff that had been sitting on the other side of the tough shed over here, so not so cluttered, but it's still pretty cluttered. This is the shelf I'd like to get rid of. I'd like this shelf to go into the storage shed, but you'll see in a minute that right now there's no way this can fit in the storage shed. And this needs to look nicer. We just did a transfer. Jerry had made me a table with the leftover siding from the storage shed, used it as a top, and so there's a table that looked a lot like that stool, and now it's in Benjamin's bedroom. We switched. This desk had been in our house, and Benjamin was using it for his computer, and we switched this with the table that Jerry had made so I could rearrange furniture in the house. But it's kind of a big, clunky, ugly desk. I've got stuff just kind of willy-nilly sitting there. Then there's this super ugly shelf. Though, I'll probably use it for something. It's nice for lightweight, but it's really, really old. I mean, I've had it since college. We're talking 30 years about. So, this is what the tough shed is looking like at the moment. Let's go check out the storage shed. So the storage shed still is a lot better since, we had furniture in here that is now in our earth-sheltered house. But, I mean, look at this mess on the floor. Just things namby-pamby sitting everywhere. And part of the reason is when Jerry does a project, he'll just kind of leave things out, which drives me crazy because then I come in here and I have trouble walking. But a big reason he does that is because look at this shelving unit is full to the gills. There's a mess over here. I've got peat moss that I've come to hate. Peat moss is lousy. I don't know why. I can't even remember I think I bought it to start seeds. I don't know. But it's so lousy. Still have like 3 really big bags. There's a chipper shredder that doesn't really, was a waste of money. We shouldn't have bought it. But look at this mess. Okay, this huge mess in this corner. The tools have not been put back on the cordboard. The cork board, like they're supposed to. Where are all the tools? There's all these empty spaces. That's why we put up the cork board to declutter, so we didn't have them all over the floor. Bicycles that nobody ever uses anymore, because this is not a good place for bicycles for several reasons. I'm not going to get into it. What's up here is okay, but it's still there's some stuff I just need to recycle or throw away. Like I guess the egg cartons I can just shred apart and use for mulch. But I need to use them then, right? Not just store them up. Jerry says he's going to try to fix this generator that went kaput. We'll see. But check out over here. At least all the tools are hanging up the way they're supposed to. But look at this mess. We bought a couple of car covers, which we really can't use if it's really windy. And then Jerry will forget to put them back on the cars. I don't blame him, because I've had him busy doing other projects. But I mean, the buckets are not. The buckets are supposed to be hanging from the rafters, and here they are. And there's a bunch of stuff in here that just needs to be thrown away. The bikes need to be given away. We'll probably keep mine just in case emergency thing. But there's a lot of stuff in here that needs to be thrown away, recycled, whatever. So let me back up and kind of give you a broader view from outside the door here. So this is the before of our storage shed. Alright, so I'm going to get busy probably in a couple of months from me doing this video. And when it warms up a bit. And then things will change. So let's see how things look after Jerry and I do some decluttering and rearranging. Alright, it's probably been about a month since I made the beginning of this video. I've been very busy. It really only took several years. Yes, it felt like several years. Several days of really hard work cleaning out the shed. So let's look at the storage shed first, see what we got. Ta-da! It looks different, doesn't it? So as you can see, I've cleared out all the stuff that was there against that wall. Got the bikes arranged to where they're not really taking up a lot of space. Just right next to where these tools are is my husband's bike. You'll see my bike in a little bit. Now, it is a bit cluttered up there. These are bags of white 6mm plastic. They're going to go bye-bye eventually. I'm going to put them under a carpet that we have around the property where we don't want weeds growing. So I'm going to put the plastic underneath the carpet. And that's the same with these here. There's bags of bags. So eventually that's going to go. But you can see I've actually got more stuff here, but that's because I moved some stuff out. I did end up with like 5 bags of trash that were all about as big as this bag, probably, this mulch bag. Yep. So we did get rid of quite a bit of stuff. Well, this is new. Not new. This shelving unit was in the tough shed, and now it's in here. Ta-da! So I've got all my gardening stuff. It's mostly garden stuff here. There's a few more boxes of miscellaneous things like office supplies and stuff. But the other shelving unit is where it was before, but it's a little bit different. I cleared out some of the stuff out here, and Jerry helped me to reorganize this, so that everything, you know, had a place. And oh, that was when I opened the door. I heard something fall. It was this. Where was this? This was up here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I got this step stool there now. So there's even plenty. There's a little over 2 feet right here. See these 2 feet? There's 2 feet in between the shelves, so it's easy to get in between. Eventually I'm going to have more hooks so we can hang up more tools, so there'll be less stuff on that shelving unit there. But I cleared out this mess here. I got rid of most of that stuff. And in this corner, I got to reduce down to where it's not in front of the corkboard anymore. And eventually some of this stuff is not going to be there anymore, but... And this was really exciting when I figured this out. The lawnmower. Well, also the little hand truck here, or dolly. they're separated now. They're in separate spaces, and each of them, now look at this, turning here, look at all that room. If we want to get the lawnmower out, there will be no more fighting to pull it out of its space, you know, sprain back muscles and stuff, trying to yank it into position, and then have to carry it over other stuff. I mean, all this space here, this is going to stay clear. We're not going to put anything else in it. And the most awesome thing about this, reorganizing the storage shed, is that even though we brought this extra shelving unit, this big old shelving unit, into the space, somehow we made more space for moving things around or for walking. You know, moving like the lawnmower, or just walking around. Isn't that cool? That's what happens when you get down and you declutter and you start to think out of the box. So, that is the storage shed. Look what happens when you just spend some time decluttering and you get things rearranged. Now, let's check out the tough shed. Whoa, I know, right? It looks totally different without that shelving unit in here. So let me back up. So this is what you see to your right when you first come in the door. See, there's my bicycle. I told you were going to see my bicycle in a minute. I had room here. I had this whole corner with nothing. Just that box where we keep shredded paper for our composting toilet. So I thought, why don't I put my bike in here and make even more room? And so there we go. I painted. You see that? I painted this shelf. Painted the top of the desk to make it match. It would be white. Put some decorative items on it. This is the base for our high-power blender, by the way, in case you're wondering. Okay, so there you go underneath. Look at that. This is where the shelving unit used to be, right? Right up here. I mean, taking it out just makes it look so much better. So what is behind curtain number 1? The junk. So this corner is still a bit junky, but not very much. Again, I got rid of a bunch of stuff back here. Some of it went into the storage shed, some of it went into garbage. But even though it is junky, and even though this is a lace curtain, you can see through, you can still hardly see it. It makes the place just look a lot nicer. So there we go. And this is just a box of old rags and sheets and things. This is a box of sweet potatoes that I'm going to use for seed, just in case you're wondering. Rags in there, I think. Anyway, so here's a little sitting area. Isn't that nice? Yeah. There's a couple of storage boxes underneath. Things. And again, you know, this I already had rearranged this stuff, and I pretty much like it the way it is, so I left it like that. Cleaned up the floor. There were big splotches of black paint on the floor. That's gone. Here we go. And I got rid of a bunch of jars. Now I have these shelves just clear. I cleaned up some of this stuff here. Back here. Benjamin's wagon stays in here just because this is a good place. If we put it in the storage shed will get too cluttered. This is alright. This, by the way, in case you're wondering, this is a bug-off screen. Not promoting the company, but that's what it is, alright? It's to put in front of the door here. When it's warm and we don't want bugs coming in. And anyway, what do you think? Did I do a good job or what? I think I did a good job. I was really excited, especially when I got the tough shed looking like this. It's so nice to come in here now and, you know, do it, you know, if I'm playing the guitar or making a video or whatever. It's just so nice. It looks like home. Anyway, so you can do it. If you have a space or multiple spaces in your home or in a shed and the wind is closing the door, that's what that noise is. I had it propped open with a cedar post and now the door's trying to close. Anyway, I hope you're inspired. If you've got a space that you don't like the look of, it's gotten way too cluttered, you want to rearrange things, go for it. Go for it and do it. You can do it. I hope this video has inspired you. Declutter, make your space look nice, even if it's just a garage. Even if it's just a shed, it still needs to be functional. You still need to be able to walk around and not trip on things. You still need to be able to find what you're looking for, right? Without problem. So, give me a thumbs up, please, if this video has inspired you or helped you in any way. And I will see you soon for the next video. In the meantime, take care and be well.